Let's say I have a box here which has 8 equal pieces. So 2 over 8 will be these 2 pieces. Now I'm going to add 1/4. How does 1/4 look like? Let's think about the same piece, but this time I'm going to give it 4 equal sections. So 1/4 is this one. Now, what would happen if I add the 2 pieces together? So what I want you to realize is this piece right here is the same as this piece right here. Because if you cut it into half like this piece will end up being 2 over 8 as well. So it is equal to that one. So 1/4 and 2/8 are exactly the same. So this may be the same thing as just taking 2/4, which is here, plus another 2/4, which is here. And what does that give you? That will give you 4 out of 8. Now let's look at the proper mathematical way of doing that. Remember, I want to have the same denominator. Here I have 8, here I have 4. They are not the same denominator. So how do I create the same denominator? What would happen if I multiply here this denominator by 2? 4 times 2 is 8. So it will be the same thing. However, when I multiply the denominator by 2, I will also have to multiply the numerator by 2 so that I have equivalent fractions. This becomes 2 over 8. And then we of course have 2 over 8 as well. When we add it, what do we get? 2 plus 2 is 4. And then remember, the denominator stays the same. Each time when you do addition or subtraction, you must have the same denominator. Let's say I have 2/3 plus 1/12. What is that going to be? Again, let's think about it this way. Let's say I have a box like this, which has 12 equal parts. So 1/12 will be just this part. How about 2/3? In order to find what 2/3 is, I would have to divide this same box into 3 equal parts, which is easy because I can see that here I have one part, another part, another part. So 2/3 will be this part, 1 and 2. So now I'm adding the red part right here and the green part right here. So what is going to be my answer? Let's count all of these shaded parts then. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So it looks like my answer will be 9 out of 12. Now let's try to do it the conventional way. I have 2/3 plus 1 over 12. I want to make sure I have the same denominator, but I know that 3 times 4 is 12. So if I multiply here by 4, I multiply here by 4, this will become 2 times 4 is 8. 8 over 12 plus 1 over 12, and that becomes 8 plus 1 is 9 out of 12. See, my answer is just like what I've predicted. 3/5 minus 2 out of 15. Let's see how that will look like if we were to graph it. So let me graph 3/5. That means I have a whole with 5 equal parts. So 3/5 will be this piece right here. This is 3 over 5. So now let's find out how we can subtract 2 out of 15. So before we do that, we have to use the same shape and make 15 equal pieces out of it. Now I have 15 pieces inside. Now I have 15 equal pieces. I want to remove 2 pieces out of here. Let's say I want to remove this piece and this piece. I want to remove them. So I end up with something that looks like this. So what is the answer? The answer is the rest of the shaded part. It looks like I only have now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So the answer is 7 out of what? Out of the total. And remember, I have 15 pieces. Now let's do it arithmetically, see what happens. Well, again, I don't have the same denominator, but I need to have the same denominator, so I will multiply this one by 3 and this one by 3. How do I know I have to multiply by 3? Because I know that 5 times 3 is 15. And then, of course, whatever I do here on the bottom, I have to do the same thing on the top. Whatever I multiply with the numerator, I have to do the same thing with the denominator. This here gives me 9 over 15 minus 2 over 15. The answer is 7 over 15, which is exactly what we predicted.